Today, we are analyzing a comprehensive preparation guide and study blueprint submitted by a listener for the Microsoft MD-102 Endpoint Administrator Certification exam.
Right, and taking a quick look, the author did a really fantastic job aggregating the exam domains.
Yeah, specifically highlighting that device management makes up like 40 to 45% of the score.
For sure. And including up-to-date details like that 700 out of 1,000 passing score is a great touch.
Definitely. But we need to jump right into the feedback because we really need to analyze the exam practices here.
Yeah, we absolutely do.
Let's look closely at the section discussing the exam experience. Specifically, the open book format that allows access to Microsoft Learn.
Oh, the open book trap.
Exactly. Reading it right now, it feels a bit like being told you have an open book test, but finding out the book is locked inside a safe and you only have 2 minutes to crack the code.
That's clearly laid out. I wonder, though, if we've considered the actual usability of that resource under extreme time pressure.
It's pretty brutal.
It really is, and, addressing the nuanced reality of the open book format prevents candidates from falling into a false sense of security.
Right, because right now the guide sends totally mixed signals.
Yeah, it mentions that Microsoft Learn is available during that 100-minute testing window, but it treats the resource as this highly reliable safety net.
And it's really not. I mean, they don't adequately warn the reader about the severe limitations candidates actually report.
No, they don't at all. You're dealing with a really clunky, unoptimized Bing search function, and there's a total lack of a Control-F search capability.
Wait, no Control-F at all?
Nope. You can't just keyword search a massive documentation page.
Wow, that creates a massive time drain in an already incredibly time-strapped environment.
Exactly. So the suggestion here is to fundamentally shift the framing of Microsoft Learn from an active reference tool to like a strict last resort.
A last resort. I like that phrasing.
Yeah, the guide must explicitly warn candidates about the time sink trap, and it needs to provide a strict protocol for when to actually click the Learn button.
So how do they actually do that in the text?
Well, a concrete example would be to create a highly visible call-out box titled something like the MS Learn Time Trap.
Oh, that grabs your attention.
Right? And you give a specific rule of thumb. You tell them, look, only use MS Learn for highly specific, unmemorizable details.
Like what kind of details?
Like verifying which exact SKU of Entra ID Premium is required for a specific conditional access feature.
Okay, yeah, things you literally can't just guess.
Exactly. And tell the reader explicitly, if the question is about Autopilot deployment steps or Win32 app packaging, trust your gut and move on.
Because searching for those long procedures will just cost you too much time.
Spot on. You just don't have the minutes to spare.
So a key theme running through this material seems to be mastering the technical facts of Intune and Autopilot to answer the questions correctly.
Right. The core technical knowledge.
But I want to push back a little here. Is knowing the tech enough? Or do candidates need to know how Microsoft thinks?
Oh, that's a really good point.
Like, if we focus too much on teaching exam logic, do we risk undermining the creation of practical real-world endpoint administrators?
That makes sense. But could the evidence also support a different conclusion? Like the idea that understanding Microsoft's idealized perfect environment is actually a crucial administrative skill on its own?
I guess that's fair. You have to pass the gatekeeper first.
Exactly. Highlighting the discrepancy between real-world administrative practices and Microsoft's idealized exam expectations bridges a critical gap for experienced professionals.
Because the veterans are the ones who usually get tripped up, right?
Oh, 100%. The weakness here is that the guide perfectly outlines the technical domains, but it fails to prepare the reader for the exam's, well, jankiness and situational trick questions.
Because experienced administrators reading this guide are just going to rely on their daily work habits.
Right. And in the real world, IT often involves practical workarounds. Duct tape, basically.
Yeah. Getting the job done however you can.
But the exam demands the 100% perfect textbook Microsoft answer. It doesn't care about your duct tape.
So they literally need to unlearn their own experience just for the test.
Yeah, they really do. So the suggestion is to integrate a dedicated section that contrasts the real world with the Microsoft way.
I like that a lot, specifically targeting those experienced IT pros.
Exactly. To give a concrete example, they could include a gotchas or exam reality check section.
What would be a good gotcha to include there?
Well, use the specific app deployment conflict as an example. In the real world, you might occasionally mix Win32 and line of business apps.
Also known as LOB apps, right?
Right. You might mix them during a deployment just to get things moving. However, explicitly state in the guide that on the MD-102 exam, knowing that mixing these will break Autopilot is the only correct answer.
Ah, because Intune's background installers will clash and fail.
Exactly. Microsoft wants you to know the textbook limitation, even if you sometimes fudge it in reality.
That's a great example.
Another one is highlighting assignment prioritization, like how exclusions trump inclusions in Intune policies.
Meaning if you include a whole group but exclude one user, the exclusion always wins out?
Yes. It's an area where strict Microsoft logic reigns supreme over standard troubleshooting intuition.
That makes total sense. As I understand it from the notes, the argument here is that candidates need to study Microsoft Learn paths, buy measure-up practice tests, and also build a lab.
Yeah, they'll list all of those out.
But it treats all these steps as somewhat equal. And if the exam is heavily performance-based and tests muscle memory, passive reading seems like a weak primary strategy.
Is there a risk that focusing solely on reading the theory might overlook the fact that this exam requires you to actually know where the buttons are?
I'd say it's a huge risk.
Elevating the hands-on lab instructions from a mere suggestion to the central, foundational pillar of the study strategy aligns the guide with the actual demands of this performance-based exam.
Because right now, the structure of the guide scatters the advice about building a lab all over the place.
Yeah, it mentions the Microsoft 365 E5 developer tenant over here, Hyper-V somewhere else, and trial licenses way later.
It really treats hands-on practice as just one of many equal options alongside reading MS Learn.
Which totally dilutes the critical importance of hands-on experience for an exam that is nearly half device management.
You can't just read about device management.
You really can't. So the suggestion is to completely restructure the guide to front-load the lab setup.
Make the creation of the testing environment phase 1.
Exactly, ensuring the reader cannot proceed to the theory until they have a place to practice it.
So, practically speaking, they should move the instructions for setting up the free Microsoft 365 Developer Program E5 tenant to the very first page of the guide.
Page 1, right at the top.
And instead of just telling them to, practice, provide a mandatory task checklist that pairs with the reading.
I love that idea. Give them actionable steps.
Like task 1 could be enroll a Windows 11 VM.
Yeah.
Task 2, create a conditional access policy. Task 3, deploy a Win32 app.
That is so much better. And explicitly advise the reader to read the theory while looking at the corresponding Intune portal screen in their lab tenant.
Right, literally having the text on one monitor and the actual Microsoft portal on the other.
It builds that physical muscle memory they're going to desperately need.
All right, let's recap the main points of the critique clearly and concisely for the author.
Sounds good.
First, we talked about redefining the use of MS Learn during the exam as a strict last resort, rather than an open book safety net.
Due to those brutal time constraints and search limitations, yeah.
Second, adding a Microsoft way versus real-world section to help experienced admins avoid trap questions.
Unlearning the duct tape habits, right.
Exactly. And third, restructuring the guide to make the setup of a free F5 developer tenant the mandatory first step before any theoretical study.
Putting the lab on page 1.
So, to summarize the actionable suggestions to implement this, add a call-out box about the MS Learn time trap.
Yep.
Create an exam reality checklist of specific gotchas like the Win32 and LOB app conflict.
Very important.
And move your lab setup checklist to page 1.
It's going to make a massive difference in how effective this blueprint is.
It really will. We invite the listener to revise their MD-102 study blueprint with these suggestions and submit it back to the critique for another round of feedback.
Can't wait to see the next draft.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Catch you next time.